because work ended late. But I mean, other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
I just need to kind of breathe for a second.
Okay. All right. So, welcome. And Debbie, you look so pretty. I love the sexy hair to the side. Looks very nice.
Yes.
Yes, girlfriend. Um, how has chatting with your partner, how's have things gone? Have you guys connected?
Yeah, I think so.
Dawn and Debbie have. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing well, Andrew and I.
Awesome.
Danielle shared some songs with me, like playlists, and I've been listening to them more and more, and I am feeling better more and more.
Yay.
Yeah.
Cool. Beautiful.
Thanks.
And you shared some great songs back.
Yeah.
I added them to my playlist. So
Yeah.
And how's Elizabeth and Goddess of Freedom? How are you guys communicating?
We talked on Friday, and then I was supposed to check in with her again, and life happened, so I
Okay.
did not check in with her again.
Did she reach out? Elizabeth, did you reach out? Hold on, you're muted, hon.
No, I haven't had a chance. I've been pretty busy myself.
Okay. Okay. As long as you guys are connecting, you guys feel comfortable, and just notice, um, notice how it feels to have someone, and notice what it feels like if it feels good or feels like a responsibility or if it feels uncomfortable. Just notice. This class is going to bring up so much awareness for you. Just like Andrea, you sent me that message with all this stuff. Like, of course, that stuff is coming up because you're open, you're becoming aware, you're allowing yourself to feel into these things. So, of course, this stuff is going to arise, right? Dawn and I had a conversation yesterday or 2 days ago about what you posted. So, like,
Yeah.
yes, of course, these things, like, I love it. And that's what you do share, like what's coming up or what are you noticing, like that's very cool because that's the first step of change is noticing, and then we step into shifting. You notice, shift, notice, or I'll say notice, process, shift. That's the goal, right?
And no activation fee
uh,
in the network. Get holiday savings on the Win Metro. These dishes just aren't getting any
Elizabeth, do you have
problems and beats.
turn your TV off, be present here. Turn your TV off, be present here. Okay, so I want to share what celebration means. We always come in and I always say, let's share something you notice, what we're like, what's working. Celebration is a fantastic way to get more of what you want. Okay, and so when I say celebration, I don't just mean simply just saying, oh, I'm celebrating this, and this. I mean embody the energy of celebrating. So I don't cook. I'm not a cook. I've tried many times to be a cook. My husband's a really good cook, so when I cook, it just doesn't taste up to par for my family because my husband's very, very good at cooking. So I don't cook because either they don't like it or they're like, oh, dad's cooking so much better. So it's just like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to cook. Dad can continue to cook. My husband goes in the office 3 days a month, and then we had a soccer banquet for my oldest son tonight. So I was just like, well, I have to provide something for my youngest two children, right? Like that's kind of my job. Sometimes it's my job, not all the time. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna cook. So I picked up this TikTok recipe and I made it, and it turned out really good. And then my other son wanted chicken Alfredo. Well, I bought rotisserie chicken and Alfredo sauce that was already made, and I made him chicken Alfredo, and he loved it, and it was so good. And I text Dawn because Dawn's a cook, right? I'm like, I made dinner tonight, and she's like, that's awesome. What you make? And I sent her all what I made, and then I sent her a video of me dancing in the kitchen.
It was adorable.
And I'll share it with you guys because that was me celebrating. I didn't just send her a text acknowledging my celebration. I literally put a song on and was dancing, proud of myself for making the effort, for doing it, for all of that. And it was just like, I'm making this a big freaking deal. This is a big deal that I did this. Celebration, that's what celebration gets to be. You get to recognize, not just recognize, you get to put yourself in the energy of celebrating. When you think of celebrating, Debbie, your grandchild, Dawn, your children, Danielle's a student, Andrea, your daughter, Goddess of Freedom, I don't know, mom's birthday or something, Elizabeth, your son's birthday. Like when you look at that and you look at those celebrations, are you like, hey, happy birthday, good job, I'm so proud of you? Are you like, happy birthday to you? Like, are you more like in that celebration energy? Or, like your energy, maybe you're not singing happy birthday, but maybe you're like, you just feel really, really good and like happy and joyous for them because they did something that you're acknowledging and celebrating. You guys have a feeling? That's how your celebration gets to be for yourself. For yourself. Right? So that's going to be, I'm going to write this down. Stretch number 1 is celebrating big this week.
I think Debbie should celebrate her great hair day because all good hair days should be celebrated.
I always have it up. And the thing at the last retreat was when I wore it down, Brenda was like, there you are.
Yes, it's so true. Look, you have arrived. I keep writing the month of September. Like 9/9. I don't know why. Yeah, so we get to celebrate. So let's celebrate something, whether it's awareness, acknowledge, like something you became aware of, something that you shifted, something that you did, persistence, anything. But we're going to celebrate big. And when somebody says something, we're going to be like, yes, that's amazing, awesome. We're going to like really celebrate big. As I throw my notebook. Because I was celebrating big. Okay? Who wants to celebrate first?
I did crafts this weekend and I was really excited about it. And they came out really, really nice.
Okay, so
I guess
celebrate like you're celebrating somebody else.
All right. I did crafts this weekend and it was awesome.
Yes! 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 Beautiful!
And I have one more.
Uh-huh.
This morning I had like my new shoes on and I felt all put together and I had this like cool outfit on, all my big bags, and I almost like wiped out going down the steps. Like hardcore, like I felt slow motion, like I was gonna just like, but I caught myself and I didn't fall. And then like I felt like a little like shaken for a minute and I was like, I got in the car and I was like, oh my God, like my whole, like my thing is like I'm safe in my body because I'm strong. And I was like, see, my body will take care of me. Like I was able to like not fall. And I was like, and that's part of like it was almost like a little mini lesson. So that was like, I was like pumped that I was able to like shift the whole feeling of that into something positive.
Yes, awesome. Who felt her energy? I did.
I felt her energy.
Yes, good stuff.
Great.
All right, who's next? Everybody's celebrating. No one's getting off the hook. Everybody's celebrating. So figure out something to celebrate.
I'll go.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I guess, one is like I'm catching my thoughts. I'm not like going down the catastrophe loophole and into rabbit holes and then into, self-mutilation with my thoughts. It's like, okay, all right, I can think that. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm not going to believe it. Or if it does kind of get to me, I just kind of take a moment and regroup myself and I continue on. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, now celebrate. You told us, now celebrate that. Yes. That's beautiful. Right? Do you feel the difference in acknowledging it is great, but actually celebrating it, actually bringing it to life is a whole nother level, right?
Up levels the energy.
Yes, and you get to up level your energy for something like that. That's big. That's how we make massive change. And the more energy we give that acknowledgement, the more energy that we give that awareness, then it's just like everything's just going to compound on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, who else? Debbie, go ahead.
I don't know if it's so much a celebration, but I guess to me it is. And I was communicating with my partner about it. It's a really hard time of the year. And it's the first time I've cried though.
Okay,
I'm celebrating the fact that I'm holding it together. It's my
awesome.
first holidays without my two dogs, my mom and my dad.
It's a big deal, Debbie. It's a big
So
deal.
Very
um
difficult.
I am holding it together. I've been starting up exercising and um just staying busy.
Beautiful. How are you processing emotions that are coming up through exercise?
Um Maybe, I mean, I have a lot of quiet time where I meditate,
Mm-hmm.
um and I still go outside even if it's cold.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, and I talk to everyone.
That's beautiful, beautiful. You know, one of the things that, yes, yes, awesome,
Woo! Big
awesome.
growth.
One of the things that Andrea shared this week was the double drawing with your hands. Did you see that? The TikTok,
No.
right? Isn't that what you shared, Andrea? Okay.
Maybe Instagram. I don't know, one of
Oh,
those.
whatever, what a reel.
Yeah.
And so at the retreat, we used a lot of, um, well, maybe you didn't, but a lot of people drew to release energy, right? So one of the things that you could add, it could be part of your meditation process, is where you just take, whatever you want, markers, pens, paint, whatever, and on a piece of paper, just let whatever you're like I would close my eyes and just let whatever you're feeling out on the paper. I do. I don't have it handy because I haven't done it in a while. But I did like a 30-day challenge where I would just journal without using words. So it was all images. I'm not an artist, but like it would be squiggly lines or loops or circles. Like I just would feel and then just let it out. I love the two-hand approach, but left hand or non-dominant hand is also really powerful. Putting the pen, because it really connects deeper with the subconscious mind, like kind of takes this control piece out of it. Those are great ways to release. So movement, that the energy dumping to the tree or the friend. Remember, that's something that you utilized in the fall, so that could be super helpful. Music. Um, there's also a great exercise. I can't remember if I just sent it to Elizabeth or if I sent it to you guys on releasing emotions. Did you guys see that come through the WhatsApp?
I think it was, yeah, I think you should post it in the WhatsApp.
So that's in the additional resources. It's a visualization where you feel the emotion, connect with it, and release it. So that could be good for you as well. Awesome. You don't have to hold it all together. You get to be wherever you are. And if that's what feels good right now, then you do that, but you also can let it all out and still be holding it all together. All of it is acceptable.
Right.
It doesn't have to be an either or. It's I'm holding it all together and I'm letting myself feel what I need to feel. Right? Because we
Yeah.
are allowed to feel. And we're allowed to process, and we're allowed to cry, and we're allowed to sing, and we're allowed to appreciate, and we can have all of those feelings all at one time. Because women are friggin' powerful.
Okay.
Awesome. Good job. All right. Who's next in celebrating?
I mean, it's not really a big celebration.
Well,
But
we're not starting a celebration off that way.
all right, well, I got a lot of Christmas shopping done this weekend, so it's
Yeah.
put me it's a lot of times I'm behind the eight ball, but I'm not behind the eight ball this year. That's great.
Yes, that's
So I'm
awesome.
very excited.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And we have Friday to go.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm gonna finish it up on Friday.
I haven't started. I have not bought one present for my kids. It's amazing.
I I'm there. I'm almost done. I have a little bit left, and then I have a few people on my list that I still have to get for. But
Nice. I did buy all of our retreat gifts, so that's kind of cool.
oh, that's good.
That's not till June, but hey, I bought them anyway.
Hey, you might as well take advantage of the Black Friday sale.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, who's next? All right, Elizabeth. Wait, yes, unmute. There you
He's
go.
muted.
Goddess of Freedom, did you go? No.
Okay. So my niece in West Virginia, excuse me, just had ice cream, mouth is dry, is having a really hard time, and I'm trying to help her because her mama is in jail because she tried to help her. And the cops and the judge system up there, jurisdictions, is very crooked. So they put her in jail, her mom. So her dad is the only one that is taking care of her, and he's in his late 60s. She's 30 some. She has a lot of disabilities. She wants to kill herself. I'm trying to calm her down. And I tell her she's a Christian. She doesn't want to do that. Jesus wouldn't want to do that. You're right, Aunt Lynn. You're right. That's the only thing that calms her down is when I talk about Jesus. And then I told her about Christmas because she was looking for a gun. And I was trying to get a hold of her dad a few times. She wouldn't let me talk to him. I kept calling back and calling back. And I was like, I'm going to call the cops if you don't let me talk to him. She's in her sister's bedroom looking for a gun. She didn't find one. But I told her Jesus wasn't like that. And she said she wanted to be with Jesus. I said, well, you will someday, but right now it's not the time. You're too young and beautiful. He wants you to plant seeds with other people. And he's got a purpose for you. So I want you to turn on some Christmas music or Christmas movies and enjoy yourself. Okay, Aunt Lynn, I will. So she turned on Christmas music and stuff, and we sang and stuff.
Aw.
And then another day at another time, she was talking about her mom, and I said, well, she'll be home for Christmas. And she said, no, she won't. It ain't Christmas. It ain't Christmas. Started screaming, threw a fit. And I said, Jenny, I said, calm down. She'll be home. Even if it's after Christmas, you can celebrate Christmas. No, I can't. It ain't Christmas. So 5 minutes goes by. She's still yelling. I said, you know what Christmas really is about? She got real quiet. She already knew. I said, do you know what Christmas is really about, Jenny? It ain't about gifts. It's about Christ's birthday. And she said, you're right. I said, okay. You can celebrate it any time. And you can celebrate it every day. It isn't, you know,
That's beautiful. Way
you
to
can celebrate it. And so it comes down. Yay! You know, it just doesn't take much to try to calm people down. whenever they're, and I told my counselor that, and she was so proud of me.
Yeah, I want
She's,
you to hear what you said to her. You said, you're beautiful,
mm-hmm,
you're young, you have a purpose to live, that Jesus wants you here. And so that I always, even in classes, when I say things to your girls, I always look at it like, what's the message for me? Right? What's the message for me? So as you're saying this to Jenny, pretend she's a mirror and you're saying it to yourself.
right,
Right? You have a purpose. You have a bigger purpose. You have a mission. You have light. You have Jesus with you. Right? You have choices, just like you are sharing with Jenny that she has choices.
right,
Right?
mm-hmm,
And you are supporting Jenny.
yeah.
That you
I
still
talked
get
to her
to
dad.
you still get to recognize where you are supported. Remember? That was a challenge I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And calmed her down from trying to hurt herself. They locked up the guns, so.
That's good. You're there for her. And so you get to look at how you're supported. I want you to continue to do that process, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Good job.
I'm going up there soon.
You're going there?
Yeah, I'm going up for a few weeks.
Okay. It's nice. She'll support you, you'll support her. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Awesome. All right. Then there was Goddess of Freedom.
I'm celebrating the fact that that cactus is still alive. I am usually so bad at keeping plants alive, and that cactus has now been alive for like a year and a half, and I am so happy.
Awesome.
It's burning!
Beautiful. It
Yay!
is. I see the flowers.
I actually was like looking through the screen, I'm like, there's red there. What the hell? I'm like, oh God, my cactus is blooming. It's so exciting.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Beautiful. What's the metaphor for you?
That no matter the hardship, that you can get through it, because that thing has not had an easy life, because I keep forgetting about it. But it is still here, and it's okay. Christmas cactus is something that like reminds me of my mama. She always had a Christmas cactus, and my mom actually still has one of hers that is still alive. And it is still thriving, yay. But it was kind of like my mom bought it for me last year because it was something for my new house that still kind of held the memory of my mama. And so I'm so happy that I was able to keep it alive,
Good.
Woo!
That's
even though I
awesome.
probably didn't do much.
Well, you don't have to discredit yourself. Yeah, I'm so good at that too when it comes to plants. Like, I could never keep a plant alive, and then when it was alive, it's just like, I don't know how I did it. It just was alive. No, you nurtured it in some way. You cared for it. You maybe gave it attention. You put it in a place that felt right. Right? Like there's there's something that's so big for you in this, Samantha. That plant isn't just surviving, it's blossoming, it's flowering. And you get to honor that, you get to look at that metaphor for yourself. You could have said anything here tonight, right? But you noticed the blossoming. You are blossoming, right? You can only see in others what exists within yourself. You can only see in others what already exists within yourself. So if you see beauty, if you see love, if you see connection, if you see kindness, you can only see that because you know what that's like because it's within you. If you see anger, if you see hurt, if you see depression, you can only recognize that because that's within you, which is fine. I hear TV again.
Yeah, I think it's mine. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Um, I just didn't. I thought maybe one of my devices started to play and I didn't know. So, like, yeah, like honor that plant, honor how it's blossoming as the plant and you. I know this fits into your belief system, are one. You're connected, you're together. It's one energy in different forms, right? So if you weren't celebrating the plant blossoming, what would you be celebrating?
Um, the progress that I've made in myself
So
and
let's
that I'm
celebrate
still
that. Let
here.
me hear you.
I'm celebrating myself.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes,
Go,
yes,
goddess.
yes. And all of the amazing things that are happening for you. Yes? Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. All right. I have a few things I want to cover tonight. The first thing is I am offering a free 12 day event through the 22nd. Put the link in our chat. What it is every day for 12 days starting tomorrow. I'll send you a meditation to listen to. It's open to the public. You're welcome to share it with anybody. It's free to, free to join. There is a VIP part of it. Please don't buy it. Everything that I'm sharing in the 12 days is somewheres in your portal. So you already have them somewheres. But it's nice if you sign up because then every day you have like a focus. And, it's really sometimes that's all you need this time of year is just a little way to connect with yourself and be with yourself. So it's really nice. So sign up, share it with anybody that you feel would love a little gift to themselves every single day. I'll drop the link at the end of class. I'll put it in our our chat. Okay. Any questions on that? It's really nice. They're really strong. They're like 10 minutes long, so it's not like this huge commitment. But it's a great way to give to yourself to fill up your cup this time of year. And okay, so that's that. Second, we're going to go over the human needs real quick. And when I say real quick, we're just going to talk about them for a few minutes. We're going to go through questions because that will wrap up our root. And we're going to go through some limiting beliefs. We're going to open up the sacral a little bit today. Okay, sound good? All right. All right, so with your new behavior, this is how I would like you to put the human needs into practice, right? Like I always say, knowledge is great, but action plus knowledge equals transformation, right? We don't want to just hold on to the knowledge of something. So learning the human needs was great, right? You learned them last week, whatever. But how do you put them into action, right? We came up with a new belief. And part of this week was to see how this new belief will fulfill the 6 different needs or 3, whatever the needs that the old behavior was filling, right? And so what I would do with that is acknowledge when you're in that new belief, acknowledge how it's filling your need for certainty or filling your need for variety. Like, so if I went to my son's banquet, right? Soccer banquet tonight. Now it was at a hall or at a bowling alley where there was going to be food and you would sit down and eat. And I could have ate. It started at 6 and I had to be home. I came home by 7, so I'd be ready for you guys. And but my old need of needing to be accepted, right, would have had me eating. But this version of me, and it would have felt my need, that would have felt my need for connection, would have felt my need for certainty, would have felt my need for variety, having all the different foods to taste, right? This year, or now, but the challenge with that is all food that doesn't feel good in my body, right? Things with dairy, things with gluten, it doesn't feel good in my body. So I decided I wasn't going to eat and I wasn't going to pay because you pay because you're eating. And my husband's like, Brenda, that's so weird. I'm like, why? I'm not eating. I can sit somewhere. It's not a big, like, just let them know I'm not eating. It's not, it was a buffet. So it's not like I was being served or whatever. So how does that behavior of taking care of me and what feels good to me fulfill my need for certainty, fulfill my need for connection, fulfill my need for significance, fulfill my need for growth or contribution, right? This is how I would just kind of play. Oh, hold on, Dawn's trying to come back in. This is how I would play with um, the human needs is when I recognize that I've shifted a behavior or shifted a thought, I would say, oh, okay, this new behavior is filling this need for here. This new behavior is filling this need for whatever, right? So if I look at myself of making the decision of not eating tonight at the banquet, okay, what need am I feeling? I'm feeling the need of significance in an empowered way, right? Like I'm empowered. I'm making an empowered decision to take care of me. I filled my need of connection by being there. I could have not gone, but I wanted to go and I wanted to connect with my son and see him with his team and the parents one last time, right? I'm filling my need of uh, uh, for taking care of me, my need of certainty. It felt my need of certainty because I was certain that I was going to leave there not feeling like garbage and I was going to be able to show up here for you, right? So it's just kind of a mental game that I play. It's just like if I want to just acknowledge these new behaviors. So that's how I want you to use the human needs. And if you're in a behavior that you aren't liking, ask yourself what needs is it filling and what new behavior could fill those needs. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions on the human needs? Because we're going to go to something else. Okay. All right. So one of the things that's really important, we didn't do our core question, right? I know we did the homework, but we didn't do an exercise around the core question. I don't believe, right? No. Okay. So one of the things that's really, really important to acknowledge is the quality of the questions you ask determine the quality of your life. And I mean the questions you ask yourself, and I mean the questions you ask others, right? Like if I look at when my son, I don't know if I told you guys this story, but my son was in the hospital with a blood clot when he was 2, needed brain surgery, right? I feel like I just told you that. And I asked the doctors so many questions. They thought I was a doctor. They asked me what doctor I was, what kind of what how'd they say it? I think they said, "What you're a doctor of what? What type of medicine?" I was like, "I'm not a doctor. I'm just a mom that wants to have very specific answers, right?" So the quality of our treatment that we got there came down to the quality of the questions I asked. So I asked the doctors very specific questions in a very like methodical way so that I could gather as much information I could to make a decision that felt good to myself and my husband, right? So right now, and I know you did this in an exercise, but like right now, let's just look at the questions you asked yourself today. Take a moment and write down what are some of the questions that you asked yourself today.
Okay.
And if you ask the same question more than once, just put like that many asterisks next to it. So think about when you got up and you started your day. What did you notice you started to ask? We ask ourselves hundreds of questions a day. You have more than 5, let me know. And that can count the asterisk. So if you ask the same question more than once, that counts as 2. If you ask it 3 times, that counts as 3. You have 5 or more, just give me a thumbs up and let me know. You guys did it at the same time though. Okay, so look at your questions. And those that been with me, maybe you have some empowering questions, but maybe. So I want you to look at the questions you have written down. When you read those questions, read them one by one, like take a breath, read it, and just notice the immediate response from those questions. Like, what does it feel?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to share what it made them feel? We'll go Danielle, then Andrea.
Andrew, you can go first.
Okay.
So, like, the first one is like, why can't I remember this? It makes me feel lost. It makes me feel like hopeless. It makes me feel like frustrated. Then,
Yes.
what can I do to improve this? It gives me curiosity.
Okay. Yeah. So the quality of your life comes down to the qualities of your questions, right? If you're asking, why can't I remember this, or what the question was, and it's bringing you to hopelessness, we just got to ask a better question, right? Because you have all the answers within you. Each and every one of you have the answers within you. It's how do you access those answers? By asking yourself some good questions. So, yeah. Okay. Great awareness. Danielle, go ahead.
And there's the same thing, like all of my like how and what questions felt a little bit more inquisitive. And then my why questions, I had 2 why questions, and that felt like my body tensed up. So I could like kind of feel like a frustration from the why questions versus the inquisitive, thoughtful introspection from the like what and how questions.
Yeah. Why questions usually put us in the state of victim. Why can't I do this? Why is this happening? Why did I do this? Why can't I figure this out? That makes us takes our power away almost immediately, right?
And my question was, why do some people in situations make me feel triggered? So definitely.
Yeah, or even why is she like that? You're still putting yourself in a victim, right? Like you're still putting yourself in that victim energy. So we
And
want
then my other one was like, how can I learn to appreciate challenging personalities and how can they help me grow? That one felt a lot better.
Yeah, and we can even tweak it to make it even better in a minute, right? So what we want to do is become hyper aware of the questions that we're asking. The questions we're asking ourselves, the questions we're asking others. Even when I talk to my kids, I am asking the question from a state of empowerment. Maybe not all the time. I mean, I'm definitely not perfect in this area because my kids trigger me, but it's definitely more of like, so like my middle son thinks that he wants to go back to school and he just wants me to write his transcripts. He found out in the state of New Jersey, you don't have to have any evidence of transcript of grades. You don't have to have attendance. You don't have to have anything in the state of New Jersey. I knew this, but he figured this out. So he's like, Mom, just write up my grades like I did school. And I'm like, well, what would be beneficial for that, Evan? Like, how would that benefit you for me to do that? What would be the downsides? Like, what would be the things that, the downsides of this? So it's like I want him to start I want to ask questions instead of me saying like, why would I do that? Why would you want to do that? Why would that, why would anybody, why would I think about doing that? Instead, because that's just going to put him defensive, and that's also going to not put us in an energy of a solution either, right? Why questions? Think of 2-year-olds, maybe not 2-year-olds, 3 to 5, where they're like, why, mommy? Why, mommy? Why, mommy? And you answer them, they say, but why? But why, right? Like they're not, the answer is never enough when we ask why questions. I think why questions have a small role, small timing when you're doing some introspective work. But for the most part, it's like, how do you alleviate the why questions out of your vocabulary? Because they don't bring you to any particular answer. So when we're thinking about questions, we want to start with what or how, because what or how will lead us to solutions, will lead us to like problem solving. But we also want to use the law of assumption. We want to assume we already know the answer. We want to assume we already have access to the answer. We want to assume those things. So there's a phrase that we want to add to our questions. Now, not every single empowering question needs to have this, right? Like, how would this benefit you? You could do this even more, right? But sometimes it's like, what's good about this? That's an empowering question, right? You're looking for the good. There's good, right? But when we use the law of assumption and we use even more or even easier or even lighter or even something, depending on the question, we assume we already have what we are looking for. So listen to this question. Close your eyes for a moment and just feel this question as you take a breath in, release, and just hear this question and just notice your body. Does it contract? What does your body do? How can I make more money? Notice. Okay, now take a deep breath in. Big exhale out. And notice your response to this question. How can I make even more money right now? Notice what you felt. And then open your eyes. Which question brought you more expansive energy? Question 2 for you? Yeah. Okay. Because now we're already assuming when you put that word even more money, you're assuming you already have money. You're already in that abundant energy. So if we want something, how can we get our Christmas present shopping done even easier right now? I feel like expansive, like it feels like, open, or holiday shopping or whatever you guys celebrate, right? Like, yeah, I feel that feels opening to me versus, oh my gosh, how am I going to get all my shopping done?
Mhm.
Right? right? Or cooking or grocery shopping or planning or holiday traditions and all the things, right? So when we think about empowering questions, there's three parts. It's the what or the how. It's even more or even easier or even better or even something, depending on the question, right? Like it helps to expand the energy. And then right now or in this moment. So if I'm having what I believe trouble learning, right? I can question like, how could I learn even easier right now? I think the key to that, if you don't get an answer, is you got to shift your physiology first, right? If you're in fight, flight, or freeze, or in a negative energy, it's like, how do you shift your energy? Remember, we go back to the energy triangle: movement, focus, or communication. So if I take a couple deep breaths and I ask an empowering question and I'm not getting an answer, I got to move. For me, I always say move body first. That's the easiest way to shift your energy, is by moving your body. That's why exercise feels really good, because you literally shift all the physiology in your body when you exercise, right? So it's like when you're looking for the answer and it's not coming, do something different with your body. If maybe it's a couple deep breaths, maybe it's drinking a glass of water, maybe it's getting up and walking around. I have this trampoline, right? It's like my new best friend. Every time I feel like I'm stuck, I just go bounce on that for a minute, and it's just like, whew, I feel good now. Like, wherever we at, like, I got this, you know. So you just gotta shift your energy. That being said, when you ask that question, give yourself a minute to locate the answer, because you have it. Trust that you have the answer. It's there. Okay. So let's, what I'd like to do for about 10, maybe 10 minutes, is for you guys to write up. I'm going to put you in groups of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to put you in groups of 3. One group will have 2. Elizabeth, I think, fell asleep. But I want you to come up with about 3 questions. They all can be your own questions, or you guys can come up with like a collective, right? But think about the questions you have on your paper and how or what would be an even better question you could ask yourself as opposed to what you have on your paper. Okay? So I'll put you in a breakout room and explain what that is, because we haven't done breakout rooms here yet, right? So what that is let me just set it up. 2 rooms, create options. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right. So when I hit open, wait.
I think some people are bouncing into the rooms because it already came up on my screen. I didn't hit.
Oh, shoot. How do I close this? Close all rooms. Come back, people. Come back. I didn't realize I opened it. It's like I'm about to open it, and then you guys were disappearing one at a time. They're coming back. 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys were quick on the button there.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, what's happening? I didn't realize I opened the rooms, and all of a sudden you guys were flying out of the room. I was like, what happened here? Okay, so you're going to go into your breakout room, and whoever you're with, and you're going to come up with at least 3 questions. If you can come up with more, great. Do your best. They don't have to be perfect. We're going to come back and we're going to work through them together. Okay? So now go in your room. If you come up with 3 and you're done, come up with more than 3. Okay? All right. Any questions on how to create questions? You guys got the three components? Want me to put it in the chat?
But how do we get back to the room?
The
Oh,
room.
I'll hit the button in a second. I was
Oh.
everybody knew. So you guys have the 3. It's what or how,
Mhm.
oops, even more or even better or even easier, or depending on your question, even something. That's number 2. And then 3, it ends in this moment or right now, because the brain has the answer. The subconscious mind has all the answers, right? But when we say in this moment, it gives the brain a command to find the answer right now, as opposed to 4 days from now or 6 hours from now. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I'll hit this and I'll come visit the rooms to see how you guys are doing. And I'm only there not to interrupt. I'm just listening and to answer any questions. Okay. All
Okay.
right. Otherwise, I'll just be observing unless you have questions. I don't think I'm coming in to share anything. I'm just listening and supporting. All right. All right. Now you should be able to pop in. There we go. Okay.
So, um, I think I could be, that could be my, like, what do I have to do today? And the answer was really nothing. And it could be just a me day today. So I guess that could be one question.
Yeah, but or
I was thinking maybe like, how can I make this day even better right now? Because we're
yeah,
starting with
Okay.
the how, and you're talking about your day still. And like,
Right.
instead of focusing on the like, I don't want to have to do anything, it's like, okay, what's going to make it even better? And then maybe your answer is relaxing. And that's
Right.
great.
Okay.
So, wait, so what did we say? How?
Yeah. I guess, how do I make this day?
Is that kind of what you were getting at? I don't want to like,
That's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah. Yeah,
are there
definitely.
any other ways we can ask it?
I think we could say, um,
can I make this?
what? Go ahead.
No, I don't want to step on you. This is your question.
No, 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 it's okay. I, I mean, the questions that I had today really were like, what do I have to do today? Which was really, I didn't really have anything that I had to do. Then the other questions were like, what do I have to make for dinner? And then, do I feel like going to the grocery store? And the answers were just all no. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. And what was the solution for dinner was that I ordered something for dinner.
Yeah. It's just one thing I want to, let's just automatically change the word have to get to.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to actually help you come up with even better questions. It's like, what do I get to do for dinner today? Even easier right now.
Mhm.
Right.
What do I
Okay.
get to do? Or
How can I make even easier in this moment?
yes, I love putting them together. Even easier in this moment, or right
Okay. Yeah.
both. Even easier right now in this moment. I want to make sure I get my answer.
Right.
And
Put it all together.
I think the question is, the way Danielle was going is, how do you want your day to be?
Right.
Like, no, I'm asking you, like, if
Oh,
you had your choice, how would you want your day to be?
the,
Fun,
the
joyful, peaceful, content,
peaceful,
peaceful.
peaceful, content and peaceful.
So the question could be more like, how can I create a peaceful day even easier right now?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, go back on. I'm going to check the other room. You guys brainstorm. If I can figure out how to leave the room. Oh, leave room. All right, enjoy, girls.
Okay.
Okay.
Fun times. Hey you. Um, sorry, you were gonna say something before I said that.
It's gone. That's the other thing I need is I need to be more mentally challenged. Because at work, there was so much that I was like working on and reports I was doing and this and that and talking to different people because I was on campus, intellectual different professors and all that. And now I got nothing.
Hmm.
So I mean, like, is that like part of how what you want to do for like activity, or would that be like a separate like thing? Like, how can I keep my brain active? I don't know.
Right now, I'm trying like different games that like I don't know. I was reading before like Sudoku and things like that, Mahjong, and another puzzle game that just makes your brain keeps you thinking instead of
Yeah.
just, watching TV.
Yeah, so then what's the question that you get to ask yourself?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hello, stalker. I'm gonna name you stalker instead of my husband.
You didn't see me, huh?
We heard you recording, but that was about it. The question I need to ask myself is
Let's take the word need out of vocab.
how can I stimulate my mind? How can I more stimulate my mind right now?
Even more.
Even more.
How can I stimulate my mind even more right now?
There you go.
I was gonna say actually even better, right?
Or even better. Either way. Either one. They both can work. Or what can I do in this moment to stimulate my brain or mind even more or even better right now? Or even easier? Any of them fall into there.
Right. Right.
So pick one that feels good to you. Make sure you write it down. Right, but it could also be uh if the idea is to have more intellectual experiences, it could be what can I do to create even more intellectual experiences in this moment?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, you guys play.
Okay.
I want you to brainstorm. I don't want to give you all the questions.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, welcome. Oh, did your mom fall asleep?
Yeah,
Okay, you want to sign off?
yeah.
All right.
Just press leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Um,
How we do? You
we
need.
were still working. We were working on our third question.
Okay.
Do we have a few more minutes?
You can. Yes.
Okay.
How long do you guys think you need?
Let's say 3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes. If Danielle and Goddess of Freedom, if you're done, you can stay here, or if you want to go back and work on another one, you can.
We only got 2 done.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go back.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. Did you make it? Get it?
Yeah,
Yep.
we got 3 questions.
All right, awesome. All right, let me have a spokesperson, or let's hear your questions, because everybody came up with 3 each, or did you come up with 3 together as a group?
We each
3
came up with
together.
one of our own together.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's hear what you got. Let me just hear them.
Danielle, do you want to be the spokesperson? Because you're the teacher and you're doing a great job of writing everything down.
It's up to you.
No, it's fine. I hope I didn't put you on the spot, but
No, I don't mind doing it.
okay, good.
So our first one, which was Dawn's question, how can I create a peaceful day even easier right now?
Perfect.
Then mine was, how can I release triggering emotions even easier right now? And then we have Andrea's was, how can I release stress or pressure about my memory even easier right now?
Okay. Technically, they're all exactly how the formula, right? They all are. But can you read the middle one again? And
Yeah, this is one we struggled with because the first question was, how can I learn? Well, the first reframed one was, how can I learn more about myself from interactions with others, even more gently in this moment?
that's I think good. But hold on, before you read any more, I would like you guys to listen to the question and notice what words stand out to you. Okay, everybody. So go ahead, read it how you read it out loud the first time.
The first question or the second question?
Second question.
Okay. How can I learn more about myself from interactions with others, even more gently in this moment?
No, that's not what you read the first time.
The
Read
how
the
can
first.
I release triggering emotions even easier right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now everybody listen and just write down the word or phrase or whatever stands out to you. Go ahead.
How can I release triggering emotions even easier right now?
And write down what you felt, what you heard. Okay.
Triggering stuck out to me. So it seemed the question, even though it's reframed, seems negative because the triggering just like is like boombastic to me in this one.
Yes, and read the last one.
How can I learn more about myself from interactions with others, even more gently in this moment?
The last one, the last of the first round.
There were the only two.
No, Andrea.
Oh, Andrea, how can I release stress or pressure about my memory even easier right now?
So what are we hearing in that sentence?
Stress and pressure.
Yes. Right. So technically they are, but the brain has associations to words. And when they have a strong association to words, they stand out. Like, we all overwhelm, pressure, stress, right? And what happens is the mind will go back to the very first time you felt stress, to the very first time you felt pressure, and the mind will immediately bring that energy in. So we want our questions to be formulated to what we want, not what we don't want.
Okay.
So ultimately, what do you want, Danielle? You don't want to be triggered. Ultimately, what do you want?
I want to learn more and sort of evolve myself through these interactions.
So that's the questions. How do I evolve even more through my interactions today? How do I discover my lessons even easier today? Not today, right now, or in this moment. Right? What's the outcome? That's how we want to utilize the question. So, Andrea, what do you want to feel instead of stress and pressure with your mind?
I want to feel relaxed and have knowledge.
Perfect. This is an example, it doesn't mean it's the right one. How can I access the knowledge within my mind even easier right now?
That's very good.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been doing this.
You think you might have been doing this for a while. You're pretty good at this.
Okay. Does that feel better?
Like you can really see, like it's definitely a completely opposite to what we came up with. Like it took it from the negative and put it into the positive.
Yeah, because we want to find the solutions. We want to put our energy and focus on what we want. so that the question brings us the answer. You have the answers to both the negative and the positive, right?
Right.
Let's bring the answers to what we want. So how does that question feel to you, Andrea?
Feels good.
Yeah?
But then I'm like, but how do I do that? It's like, I don't know.
Well, hold on to that question, okay? Because I'm do an exercise, so I'm going to see if it shifts for you.
Okay.
All right. Debbie, what's your question, or what were your 3 questions? Did 3 each or 3 altogether?
We kind of did them all together. 2 of them are kind of Debbie's questions, but I liked the second one, but I didn't write it down properly. And then the last one
I
was
didn't
mine.
write them down.
Oh, okay.
I told you to write it down when I was in
We
your.
were too busy chatting, and I'm
We
like,
were.
what?
I have the first one exactly how you said it, Debbie, and then the second one, when Brenda kind of switched it around and like
Right.
helped us out, I don't have it written down how she said it, and I liked how she said it, but I don't have it written down that way. And then I have my question as well. So do you want me to just read all 3 questions the way I have them written then?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. So the first one is, how can I be even more active right now? Second one is, how can I stimulate my mind even more right now? And the last one is, what can I do to be even more productive right now?
Let me guess, you're productive.
Yeah.
How
did you?
We're going to take that word productive out of everybody's vocabulary.
Uh-oh. I picked that word.
That's the thing, because we feel like we have to be productive to earn our worth. We don't. Right? And we feel like we need to get this done, get this done, get this done to receive what we want. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it kind of came more from the fact that every single one of my questions from the beginning are why questions that have something to do with you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Like, why didn't you do this? Or why are you this shitty at whatever you did? Or like that kind of stuff. So
Well, that was bringing you into what feeling?
I am useless and crappy.
So
what if we shift productive to success?
Hold the thought. What is the feeling you want, whether you do the shit that you think you're supposed to do versus or not?
Peace.
Peace. So there's what question can you create now?
What can I do to be even more peaceful right now?
There you go.
Oh.
Here's the thing. Stuff will get done when it's meant to get done. But if we are feeling less than, it doesn't matter how much shit we do, because it will never be enough. But if we are feeling peaceful and then we take action, we will find peace in the action. We'll find peace in the response. We'll find peace in the outcomes. Okay? So, and I just want to talk on the word success and productivity. We do not have to be productive to be successful. We do not have to do things in order to receive things. This is a misconception. This is the bullshit that we have been taught. We get to receive because we decide to receive. We get to receive because we're worthy of receiving. We get to have the outcomes of the things we want because we decided to have those outcomes. Not because we did X, Y, and Z. You know what happens? Because I was great at this. I talk a lot about this in my manifestation course, which is coming up, but I just totally went blank in my thought. Give me a second to retrieve. A lot of times people, I'll say women, think that they have to do so many things. So I was always been a really great manifester. Always. Naturally and organically when I was a child into my teens. And then when I started my business, things started to flip. and I became a masculine manifester, which means I did everything so that I can receive what I wanted. What happens when that happens is you get exhausted, you get burnt out because you are living in an energy of doing instead of receiving. It's the balance, right? So if I look how I create and manifest, I create from stillness. I create from connection to myself. So when I'm looking to manifest something, what is what are the outcomes, what are the results of the things you have to do, Goddess of Freedom?
I mean, it's various things. So I mean, like getting up in the morning,
What's the outcome of that?
going to work,
And what's the outcome of that?
getting paid.
So what's the outcome? Receiving money.
Sorry, you cut out there.
Receiving money.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you have a job. So yes, there is this, it's still a choice. You get to get up, you get to go to work, and you get paid, right? So if I wanted to manifest getting paid where it felt good in my body, I would connect with myself and I would say, okay, God, angels, universe, light, love, divine, my work today is going to what's your grandfather's name?
Dave.
Well, what do you call him?
Oh, Ave.
Ave. Going to Ave's and taking care of Ave. How do I get to do this in a way that feels really good in my body? I'm hearing go to bed earlier.
So accurate.
Right? So now it's not about getting up. And I know you enjoy working there. You know, you get to see your mom, you get to take care of your grandfather, like you enjoy. Maybe there's parts that you don't, but there's parts that you do, right? So it's not really about getting up, it's about going to bed earlier. Okay, God, angels, universe, show me how easy it is to go to bed early, how easy it is to create the discipline. So now the action is coming from within, not what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I gave my Monday night girls a challenge on something that they want to manifest and manifest it in a day. And it's a process. And I gave them this whole process on what to do. So I'm obviously doing it with them because I don't do anything. I don't tell you guys to do anything I don't do myself, right? So I'm going through the process today and I'm like, okay, this is my goal. I have no fucking clue how I'm going to do this in one day. I'm like, how do I do this? So the question is not how do I do this in one day, right? Because then that puts me up here, right? So the question is, okay, God, angels, universe, this is what I declare. This is what's happening. Show me my next step to take today to put this into practice, to receive. That's the step. That's it. That's what I do. And whatever that step is what I take the action on. Right? Do you see how it's about, I'm still doing, but I'm not doing from here. I'm doing from here. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. All right, everybody got their question? Yeah? Okay. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes. Do everybody know their question? Because I'm not reading your questions. Everybody read your question over or say it out loud so you have it in your mind. Okay. Okay, now close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Another deep breath in. And exhale. And now take one more last deep breath in. And as you breathe in, ask yourself your question. And as you exhale, hear your answer, feel your answer, notice your answer. And when you're ready, open your eyes and write it down. Okay. Debbie, what you get? What was your answer?
Um, what came to my mind was just to walk, about
Walk?
being active. Walk.
Yeah, walk. Like,
Walk, like go outside and walk up my road. We live in a small town.
beautiful. So here's the thing, trust that answer. Trust that answer. That was your intuition talking to you. That was the part of the God within you, the inspiration within, the light within, talking, or source itself, divine, however you want to look at it, sharing with you exactly what to do to have whatever your question was. Beautiful, beautiful. Trust that, and then see what opens up. See what inspiration comes from you. See what you notice as you're walking,
Yep.
or after your walk, or both. Okay, who's next? Andrea, what came up for you?
Well, I got a lot. So I guess this is thing. I don't know. I have relax, study, believe, and forgive.
Yeah, but I want you to realize the first time you ask yourself, you're like, I don't know how. But the moment you dropped in, you
Go
have
for it.
four answers. Like, that's amazing. Amazing. So, if you want answers on your answers, it's okay, God, I heard you. Okay, inner self. Okay, spirit, I heard you. What can I do in this moment right now to relax? What can I do in this moment right now to study? Or even easier, put the word even easier in there. What can I do right now to relax even easier right now? Right? You have, what can I do to forgive even easier right now? Right? So now you may not know that's the steps. That's your formula for accessing your knowledge.
Okay.
It's those four things, and then you can break them down and keep filling.
Okay.
See? You didn't think you had the answer.
I guess that goes to my belief.
Yes, that belief kind of popped in. I'm going to talk about beliefs in a second before we go, but I'm going to give you an assignment around it since it's already 8:45. Okay. All right, Danielle.
I just heard pause.
Pause. Beautiful. What was your, oh yeah, because you're reflecting. That makes sense. You got to pause to be in the, to become aware. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Goddess of freedom.
Get proper sleep.
So now it's like the discipline. If you're not the discipline, that's a behavior. What are the human needs that this behavior is creating? And what are the beliefs that are coming up that, oh, I don't want to go to sleep, or whatever the stories are, right? You know, I'm very good at, well, I didn't have any time all day to sit and relax, so I stay up, and it's just like, well, that causes me not to relax the next day. Like, that's dumb, Brenda. No, because then I'm exhausted and I'm not relaxed. Everything is heightened, right? Like, it's counterproductive. My husband would be like, "Are you going to bed so early?" And I'm like, yeah, I want to enjoy tomorrow. Thank you." Sometimes I don't sleep. Like, I sleep. My husband sleepwalks and talks and moves in his sleep. I can tell you some fun stories. But yes, get proper sleep. Beautiful. All right, Dawn.
Take care of me.
Yes. So good. So good. And then you can even follow that up with a question. How specifically can I take care of myself today even easier? Or this in this moment, not today. How can I take care of myself even easier in this moment? I'm hearing laugh. And I know laughter is such a big part of your life,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
just those are the things. Those are the
Yeah.
things, right? Okay. So practice with your questions. I just want to make a note here. We're going to practice with questions. This week, we're going to start going into the sacral, which is all about our belief system. So I want you to start noticing what are the beliefs, what are the stories you're telling yourself, right? And so, Andrea, can I just address some of the things you shared here?
Sure, sure.
Privately? So when things get up and we cannot get out of a story, so give me what's one of your examples of your story?
Oh, let me go back and
Oh, I can pull it up. It's probably easier because I have a second screen.
I had a lot of them. One is I'm not good at learning. I can't remember things. I'm not as smart as my coworkers. I'm not as good. I need
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
And I remember as a child, I used to say now my sister got all the brains and I got the leftovers.
Yes. Okay. So
But yeah,
when we have these stories come up, we're going to take care of the stories next week, but what I want you to do is notice the stories and write them down this week. Just like whatever comes up. I can't go to bed early. I don't have enough time. I need my space, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is. Everybody's used to me taking care of them. I can't take care of myself. Whatever the story is, right? Write it down and bring the story to class. But this is the piece I would like you to play with this week as well, is what emotions come up. So a lot of people just say think positively, like change the thoughts, right? I think that's a bunch of BS. Yes, we're changing thoughts. Yes, I teach you to change thoughts, right? It's part of the process. It's not the process. What are our superpowers?
the questions we ask.
Oh, they're great. They're great.
I
As a woman, what are our superpowers? I think I said at the
I
beginning.
think our like our ability to access our emotions, our emotions.
Yes, our emotions. So if we have a belief, it creates an emotion, right? When you hear yourself say this, my sister's got all the brains and I got the leftovers. What does that feel like to you, Andrea?
Pretty shitty.
Yeah. So now you have this shitty energy stuck on you. It's not that you aren't smart and it's not that you're not knowledgeable, but now you have all this shit literally stuck over you.
Yeah.
Right? So how do we access this? So this is what we do. You identify the emotion. You don't even have to identify just the feeling, the sensation, like feel shitty, or I don't have a word for it, but it feels tight and restrictive. That's fine too. Okay? And what you're going to do is move it. I don't care if you put music on or not. So everybody, we're going to feel shitty for a second. Dawn, you can do this sitting down. Everybody else can stand up. If you have your own belief that makes you feel shitty, you can work on that one right now. Okay, but just for a moment, close your eyes and let yourself feel shitty. Andrea, think of that belief and just feel shitty. Well, I'm feeling it all in my throat. Where are you feeling it in my heart? Where's everybody feeling? Just acknowledge, say it out loud. Maybe place your hand. Where are you feeling this shitty energy right now? Yeah. And what we're going to do is you're going to move this energy. You're going to move it. You're going to say, wow, shitty energy, I feel you. You're strong. You're powerful. I acknowledge you. And I also acknowledge that this is not how I want to feel. So I'm going to acknowledge you. I'm going to express you, and I'm going to release you and give you a new job. So on the count of 3, when I get to 3, you're just going to let this energy move, whether it's through sound, breath, body, all 3. I would love all 3, but whatever you're called to do, and just let it move. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Keep moving till it's all out. Yeah. Lightheaded. Oh, yeah. I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, you're just going to let the biggest expression and let it all out. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Just take a breath. And just notice the flow of energy now. Notice how your body feels different. And as you notice this, just tell your body what it gets to feel now. Now that the shitty energy is gone, body, you get to feel relaxed. You get to feel peaceful. You get to feel energized. You get to feel content. You get to feel open. You get to feel knowledgeable. And just let that energy that's moving and that you just created take on this new role. Just let that energy own that whatever role you're giving it, let it get bigger and bigger and bigger. And just take a moment of gratitude for yourself, gratitude for the release and the reprogramming. And if you could create a new story, what would that new story be? Whew. When you're ready, sit down, write down the new story. If a new story came to you, if it were to come to you, what is the new story?
I am knowledgeable. I am capable.
Yes, you are. That is true.
Yes.
That is true. Yes. Oh, Debbie's hair got even sexier through that process. Okay. Did anybody else come up with new stories or just a release?
I put you are enough just as you are, and everything you want is within reach.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Anybody else? Okay. Dawn?
Oh, no, I was just unmuting.
Okay. Okay, so when you're feeling these stories or are becoming aware of these stories, just move it. I don't care if you're at work, you can visualize it. Do you know the subconscious mind doesn't know what's different than what's real or vividly imagined. So say you can't do all this movement at work, you can visualize yourself doing it and it will have the same effect. There was a study done on a basketball team. I think Harvard did this study. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. But it was a basketball team that was shooting three free throws, which is on the foul line. It's a free basketball shot. It's a free shot on the net. They had one half of the team physically practice, where they would take the ball, bounce it, shoot it. That was their practice. They had the other half of the team sitting in the locker room, visualizing themselves on the court, shooting the ball. So in their mind's eye, shooting. And then they did stats. They did this. I don't know how long they practiced that. I'd have to look it up. It was the same length of time, both teams. And then I think there was even a third group that did both. I can't remember. But the group that did it physically versus the group that visualized it, guess one had better statistics?
You visualize.
Visual.
Yes. Yes. So if you aren't in a position where you can let big sounds out and shake your body out, go take it. You know how long it takes? About 1 minute to visualize it and move it through. And then just bring in that new energy. Give that new energy a roll. You can just declare peace, joy, presence, ground it. Doesn't have to be anything big. That's the practice this week, okay? All right, so there's 3 things. I'm going to put this in WhatsApp and pin it at the top so you guys know, because you guys sometimes forget. So 3 things you're going to do. 1 is celebrate big and share in the WhatsApp. You can share with a video, you can share with the audio, you can share with emojis, you can share with GIFs, you can share with text, but share your celebrations. Okay, that's 1. You can do 1 day a week, 2. I suggest do them all, but you pick. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 days. Second thing is practice with your questions, keep awareness of your questions and practice with your questions. And the third is this little piece of exercise that we just did, right? Acknowledge the emotion, move the emotion, give it a new job. And if you come up with a new story, great. And whatever the old stories are, just write them down. Bring them to class. And we do have portal stuff. So make sure you go in your portal and do your sacral week. Okay? I'll write this all out and put it in our chat so that you guys don't have to remember it. Okay? All right, let's share our takeaways.
Well, one thing I realized when you were talking about sort of like that being in our male energy, like after we had that little discussion, I guess it was like 2 weeks ago now, things have been easier for me. Like I felt more like I finally know what it feels like to do something from inspired energy. It doesn't seem as abstract. Like I was like, this is like, I was like, this is what it feels like. So I finally sort of like was able to feel that, and feeling it made me it even easier to access it again.
Awesome. Yes. Yes. Inspired action. Beautiful. That was with our practice. I love that. Thank you. All right. Next. Takeaways. Debbie, did you raise your hand?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and I had learned it in the last class with you, but reinforce that I have to ask myself things in a more positive way, and then I feel more positive. So
Beautiful. Yes. So 2 words I hear that we're taking out of our vocabulary besides productivity and success. Those can stay in your vocabulary. It's just the energy behind them. We want to make sure it's coming from inspiration.
yeah.
But 2 words that you get to take out of your vocabulary is need and have to. You're going to replace it with get to.
I get to.
Get to. I get to. I get to choose different questions. I get to choose whatever. I don't need anything. You have everything you need within you. You don't need anything. You get to access it. You get to bring it to life. You get to whatever. Okay? So, and no
Yes.
trying. Trying is lying. Trying is lying. Trying is lying. Trying is lying. You're not trying, you're doing, you're working towards, you're moving, you're making progress. Not that you said trying. I'm just throwing that out there. Somebody else said it this class. I don't know who it was. So I'm just putting that out there. It wasn't you though. All right. Beautiful. Andrea.
I already have everything within me.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Trying to access it with the right words.
you get to access it with the right words. Yes.
Right.
Yes. You get to believe that.
Yeah.
get to believe, and you can start it that way. And maybe it's not a full belief. I get to believe I have all the answers in me.
Yeah.
Choose this thought. I get to choose this belief. And you can say something like this, Andrea, so it feels real. Like, I am working towards believing I have everything within me.
Mm.
Or I'm allowing myself, or I'm giving myself permission to believe I have everything within me. I'm allowing myself to believe I have everything within me. Right? Because if you say, I believe that, and you don't, the subconscious mind will just throw it out the door.
Yeah.
But if you like, I allow myself, I'm giving myself permission, I'm beginning to believe this, or I'm working towards, or I'm moving in the direction of believing, right? Now the subconscious can't throw that out because the truth is you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesomeness. There is a part of a course within your program called the Manifestation Gap that talks about emotions and releasing emotions and stories. I'm going to pop it into the chat, Andrea. And that's going to help you a lot with what you shared privately. But even this process that I just taught you, don't feel like you have to go watch it. If you feel inspired to watch it, okay? I've already given you enough to start with, but if you feel like, oh, I have space and I want to dive in a little deeper, that will be what you go to, okay?
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, who's next? Go ahead, Dawn.
Just looking at things from a more, like, asking a more positive question as opposed to a negative question, and how it just changes the energy.
Yes, it does. Such a great way. Shifts the focus, and when we shift the
Mm-hmm.
focus, we shift our energy. When we shift our energy, we shift our reality.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Everything that we're doing are little baby steps.
Baby steps.
Right? Who would
Baby
have
steps get you moving forward. So
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought just a simple tweak in your question shifts the energy, shifts your focus, shifts everything, right? All the steps we're taking. Yeah. All right, Goddess of Freedom.
I have everything I need within me.
Yes, you do. That is the truth. That is the truth. All right, girls. I'll type up what we're working on this week. Oh, I forgot to ask you if you're going to commit to the stretch.
No.
The stretch is celebrating and putting that in the WhatsApp, either through an emoji or a GIF. Just share what you're celebrating and then just acknowledge it with something that is that energy, whether it's a little voice memo, you're like, or whatever it is. Celebration energy, when we bring it together collectively, it creates a big fun ripple. So who's in? Just raise your hand if you're in. Okay, perfect.
I'll do one.
Okay, awesome.
All right, Dawn.
I'll just do one.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll share that in the WhatsApp, and I'll share the free offer if you want to join, or if you want to share that with anybody, please do. And I'll see you girls next week. I'll see you guys in the WhatsApp. All right. Oh, and I'll
Have a
also
good week,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
all right. Have a lovely evening. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.